Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where last video on the El Caminos I got the 82 painted, so we'll take a look at it outside here. Looks pretty good, other than the hood we'll go over. It's a little dusty. It's been sitting in the shop for a few days drying. I didn't want to bring it out here and get it rained on or anything, but it should be pretty dry now. So yeah, it looks pretty good, other than when I first started painting it on this hood, it just all cracked. I mean, the paint didn't crack, it looks like it's cracked. I don't know how good you can see it, but yeah, so there must have been some contaminants in the on the hood there. Anyway, I just did it on this part of the hood, but I planned on painting the hood originally how I had it, which was flat black from here to here. So I got a little bit of paint, and we'll paint it flat black here, and then we'll paint this gloss black. So it didn't do it on the fender, didn't do it on the header, so there must have been some grease or something transmission fluid or something must have haze must have got on there, and I just didn't sand and wash it off enough. I was using DA paper. I usually use wet and dry sandpaper and wet sand it, and I should have done that, but I had a whole bunch of 320 for my DA and I just used that. Now of course I did wash it off and everything afterwards, but if I had sanded it, that water and soap would have really got in there and cleaned it off real good. But I was kind of doing it fast because I'd started down here and I stripped this quarter panel and the tailgate, and it took a long time, and it's like, well, I'm not going to do that to the rest of the car because it's just going to take way too long. So I just used a DA, and there must have been something in there. But anyway, it's all kind of dusty, and I did steel wool some of the overspray off here. See, this car originally was sitting in front of a shop I had, and when I would paint, all the fumes, overspray would come out and get over everything that was outside, and this was always up near the shop. I didn't have room to, or I didn't have it parked away from it. So anyway, that's why it was all full of overspray and crap. Okay, so we're gonna put on the Super Sport decals. She's gonna be a fake Super Sport, clone, tribute, whatever you want to call it. Not claiming it's a real SS, it's a fake one. So all you guys out there, oh, that's not a real SS. Yeah, I know, I just said it's not. I get that all the time on my Chevelle over there and stuff. I never claim it's a real SS. Okay, so that's how it goes right there. This is a pewter, light gold, almost a silver, but I kind of want it to be a little bit of gold to match the inside. This is silver, and I think I got, well, I left it inside there. This guy has all he sells is this. This isn't China stuff. There's actually a guy in Canada, and this is all he sells is decals. And he has his own thing to make these. He doesn't order them from China or nothing. So I don't know if it was this auction for this particular one or another decal. And he wrote in there, oh, I have all these colors in this. It's, I don't know what the special name for this decal. Not like 3M, but it's something. I got all these colors available, but just put in a note of what color you want. I don't know if it was in this auction or another one, but so I put in there because one of the colors was sandstone, which was about like this. And I said, yeah, I'd like sandstone, you know, if not, I'll take silver. Oh, sandstone's not available, I'll send you silver. So I was a little disappointed in that because he shouldn't really advertise that he has all these colors and to give him a note. Anyway, they're decals. You just you just peel the back off. Well, you wet it down, peel the back off, and put it on there, squeegee it. He sent me this. I guess this is the color of it, silver. See, so it isn't really going to match the, it ain't really going to match the gold, is it? They sent you, no, he didn't send me this, just from Phoenix Graphics. That's a little spreader squeegee thing. So anyway, let me get that done. I got a few other little things I want to do to this. I don't know if I'll do them right now. I got the new weather strip for the roof. May put that on. I probably should. Probably leaking right there. Anyway, but what this main video is for, starting Bondo work, I guess you'd call it. We already kind of started the body work, changing the bumper, the tailgate, fixing rust all on the top of the bed here, on top of the roof, and then top of the beds on both sides. And then we put some rust treatment on all the rust, put some bed coating on here. This is all going to be painted white eventually, and we're going to start the body work probably on the roof, because I got a special tool coming to pull some dents. I don't know when it's going to get here. The sponsor's sending it, and mainly we got this big dent right here, but we'll go over that when the time comes. But basically this car needs to be stripped right down to the metal, which shouldn't take much. This is all original paint. We'll try with 80 grit, but if not, we're going to take a grinder to it. But at least we're not going to get into old Bondo or anything. This is all original, never been wrecked or really rusted. There's a few little rust spots, but so without that special tool there, I don't want to get into fixing dents, big dents, creases, or anything right now. This car is absolutely full of hail. The roof is just hammered. That's a some pretty good size hail dents, but man, I don't know if that puller thing would be good for them. See, here. We got to take the rest of this chrome off here. Anyway, we got to strip down to the metal, and then usually when something is so hammered with hail, what you do is you just put a skim of Bondo over the whole thing, and then sand it all, and you know, half of it gets sanded off. So, and then you block, sand it off, and then use a block and just block it till it's straight. But these are pretty big dents. I didn't realize they were that big. So the hood is just hammered with a whole bunch of little ones. And when it gets hammered so much, this metal's so thin, it just warps the hood. The hood is like a roller coaster. Which, being white's not that bad, but it's just hammered so much. Now, cheapest I can get a hood is $550 delivered. You're not going to find a good used hood. Used hoods are going to be the same way. I don't know if they warp from the sun or warp from whatever. But yeah, you can just feel it. The other hood from the parts car, El Camino, same way. But I sold that as a front end unit. So that's one reason why I got the scoop. Now that thing, I didn't realize it's going to take this long. It's probably going to be another couple weeks before they send it out. And it's exactly like this one here. And we'll go over the scoop situation later when that gets here. But that's going to save me from doing hail damage from here to here. And we might mold it in with fiberglass. So once you get the fiberglass going and stuff like that, you really ain't got much hail to fix. So that was the reasoning behind putting a scoop on this, because it'd be twice as much labor trying to fix all the hail, stripping and blocking and priming and all that stuff. So, and plus I'd rather have the scoop on there. Whether it's gonna decrease the value, I don't know. I doubt it. I would think about 75% of the people wanting to buy one of these would rather have a scoop on it. But we'll go over mounting it later when the time comes. Okay, so and also non-bodywork, what we got to do on this is the door pins on this door. The only rust, I think, is a couple little rust holes here, so we're gonna have to take care of that later on. I gotta finish putting some, I pour 15 most of it under there, because you kind of got to do it in stages, or else you'll just get that stuff dripped on you. Eventually I'm going to get under there, finish up pour 15 on all the surface rusty areas, and then I'm going to get some of the black paint that I painted the 82 with and spray it. Spray all the gas tank and all the areas up here that just aren't rusted or nothing. We're just going to spray everything black. Use up some of that paint, because I don't think I'm going to paint with that stuff anymore. It's so thick. It's as thick as tar. So yeah, I ended up with doing the one last coat of the 2K urethane black on this. Okay, so we got the two El Camino SS door ones, and then there's one that goes on the tailgate. And I looked up, the choo-choo ones have two big SS things here. The one that they give me, I couldn't find any pictures on Google. This little one here, I couldn't find any pictures with that on there. And then just this El Camino here, I don't know, that's supposed to go on the front. Probably goes on a front choo-choo spoiler or something. But anyway, we're gonna find a spot for that. When I bought, long time ago, I had another El Camino that I painted flat black. And anyway, that one, I think they give me, I don't know if it's the same company, I thought they gave me a Chevrolet and the bow tie one that goes here. Even though I got that emblem, they had it in a decal, the bow tie. So I put that decal there, and I think I put Chevrolet over here and El Camino SS over here. But we don't have a bow tie, we don't have a Chevrolet, so I don't know. I'll figure something out. I got all this. I might be able to make a bow tie out of this stuff here. I don't know what he sent that for, but anyway, figure it out as I go. Let me put on these decals. I'm going to measure it out. It goes pretty close to this body line here, so just go a couple inches up and a couple inches from here. So anyway, let me get that done and I'll show you. I also have some, what we're going to do to this is some bed tie downs. And I bought these. I knew they were going to be cheesy and small, but those tie down things are so expensive. This was like 10 bucks or something for 30 of them. But I don't know if I want to use them. The regular ratchet strap actually fits in there. So I was going to just put a bunch of them, you know, on there to tie down something. They might be all right, but I bought a different set of 4, and they'll probably be in for this video, and I'm gonna mount them on there. I'll show you them when I get it. These, I don't know if I was gonna use them or not, but anyway. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, there it is. It matched up pretty good. I thought it would be more silver, but So I put this one there. And got this one there. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I had the other one, and it'll fit on this header panel, but I don't think I'm going to put it on there. Just leave it off. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I moved the 82 over here so you can see what the decals look like from a distance. Looks pretty good. Let the sun bake the paint a little bit. It's sunny out, but it's only about 60 degrees, but the metal gets hot, so. Okay, so I'm starting on the 78. I put the flywheel cover on there, and I'm starting to take the front spoiler off. You can see the fenders are all bashed in. We gotta change these over. I got new ones, and we're gonna fix this because these spoilers are like 300 bucks now. And it's been rigged up, held in there by baling wire. Where's my cutters? Supposed to screw in there, see? We'll fix all that. But see, when you put them up on ramps like this, it'll actually hit that spoiler. That's what I have a problem with the 82 there, so you couldn't put it up on ramps. You had to jack it up. So that's probably what happened. You know, they hit something. You just gotta, whenever you got a front spoiler, you gotta be careful. So yeah, it's supposed to screw in there, there, and there. It's okay, we'll use washers here or do something. Fix that up and bolt it in right. That one might be attached to the fender there. But yeah, eventually we're gonna sand all this down, and we gotta take this front bumper off to get at these things here that are all busted up. I showed another video. I got the whole set of 4. We're not gonna put them quite on there yet. See, there's a little screw holding that. So we'll take the screws off for that, and we'll take that apart so we can get that fender. See, that fender's all busted there, and we're just gonna straighten all that out, weld that up, weld this up, just dolly that all out. And then of course we got to paint this too, so I'm gonna take it all off. I take the rear bumper back off. It's just sitting in there. I'll pull that. I just kind of set it in there, make sure it was gonna fit, but I got to loosen all them bolts to when I do put it on permanently, to adjust it. Same with this front one. We'll take all the bolts out of that, and okay, well, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the front bumper off. This little piece here, I'm not going to take that off. You have to take all these brackets off and all these bolts. I'm not going to bother. I'm going to paint this on the bumper. Bumper's in pretty good shape. I'm going to touch up some Pour 15 over the front there. I'll show you. I'll do a little bit on this bumper. Bumper's pretty good shape. These bolts came right off. Weren't stuck or rusted or nothing. Don't know why the rear bumper was all rusted, but okay, so yeah, I showed you the spoiler. These are the busted up little fillers here, and I bought these new ones, fiberglass, straight from India off of eBay. Those two are the front, those are the rear. Those go white, and where they bolt to goes gold. to the fender here. So this fender's gold, and then the fillers are white. Okay, so I'm just gonna bend these fenders back around, dolly them out a little bit. I don't know if this one, yeah, this one needs to be welded a little bit there. This one here is really messed up. I'll dolly that out, weld that up there, weld this up there, and then I'm gonna like 415 all this core support and little areas like this, just to make it look nice. So yeah, I think that's it for now. Yeah, I did notice this grill here is a little bit messed up, but the parts one wasn't much better. This light works, but it's like leaking water in there. And I got one from the parts car here. I'm gonna put that on. And yeah, it looks pretty good there. Okay, yeah, I probably didn't show these. I bought a pair of these marker lenses for they're like 45 bucks. They go in there like that. Now these ones here, there's only one place, one guy making them. They're like 129, so I didn't order them. They just got all them little crack looking things in them, and I got a couple of spares from the parts car, but they're not much better. They're, well, this one might be. This one might be able to just clear that one, right hand side. And I think the driver's one's inside the, and that's off the parts car too. You can see the difference between those and these. So you need new ones. All the orange is out of that. There's the door pins and bushings. We'll get to that. Yeah, there's the other one. Other one there. Okay. So yeah, here's all the El Camino emblems, that's the new ones I showed you. So the black one, it doesn't need these anymore, see, because it's got the El Camino SS decals. So these don't come on that. But they do come on that one, because it doesn't say El Camino on the decals, it just says Super Sport. So anyway, I got a couple extra decals, or emblems. Okay, well, let me get rolling with that. Dolly them fenders out, fit the fillers in there, just make sure they fit. We'll paint them off too. So we got a lot of little stuff, like there's the mirrors off the parts car, because the driver's side glass is broke on this one. So we'll paint these separate, this separate, filler separate, bunch of little stuff. This rear filler goes below the tailgate. I showed that in another video. We gotta rig up something to mount that, because this is like, I don't know, 100 bucks or something. So yeah, we'll paint that separate. Gonna round up all the stuff that needs to be painted white. These things here around the window for the rear bed, we gotta put some rust proof stuff on that. So we got all kinds of white stuff here, so eventually we're gonna get all these little pieces hung up somewhere and paint them all white. Yeah, I've been using my Vevor 1/2-inch set, man. It comes in real handy. Got a link for that below, link for the lights below in the description if you're interested in them. I got that tool coming here pretty soon, hopefully for this video, but I don't know. They just said they'll notify me when they get a tracking number in a few days, and it's Thanksgiving today, so you know, holiday type thing, holiday long weekend. Anyway, yeah, let me get some of this stuff done here and I'll be back. Okay guys, I've been working on this these fenders for a while. Got both of them straightened out. To weld up an area here. Put the fiberglass fillers on there. They fit pretty good, except for right there, but if you can see, these get covered up. There's only about an inch from the body line showing. There's only this showing here. The rest is covered up. This side here was the worst. You remember? Had to be all welded up here on the inside, all here, here, and doesn't fit too bad. Same thing. The only problem is fitting that bumper ends over this, because the bumper's going to hit right here, right? So you can't stick that bumper on there. It's not going to flex like the rubber ones. So you're going to have to put these on afterwards, which I'd hate to do, but anyway, they fit pretty good. Okay, I'm going to I'll probably do a little pour 15 here, like I said, and then we're going to, I don't know, it's all creased here. I don't know if I should do any Bondo work, maybe a little bit. I got to do some Bondo work here and here, but yeah, let me get these areas done and get some pour 15 along the front, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I mixed up a little pour 15 and did inside the bumper and underneath this lip here, and did all this radiator support areas that you can see, bumper frame areas. Okay, so I got all these straightened out probably best I can. I'm gonna put a little body filler. These will be covered up, but I guess I'll smooth this out. Same with this one. This one's got a little bit more crease in here, so I gotta kind of fill that in a little bit. But yeah, get some body filler and get these two lower fenders out of the way. As you can see, there's the original white paint. I think it's going to be okay to strip it with 80 grit instead of taking a grinder to it. So we'll get around to that eventually. Okay, I'll be back. Oh, I also did a little pour 15 on the edge of this hood here. Used up the can. So okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got a little body filler spread on the lower fenders. Starting to strip the top here with just 80 grit on my electric DA. I got cheap sandpaper, so it's not going to last very long, but I got a whole big roll of 80 grit there. They're only like 30 bucks, you know, on eBay. I got like 100 of them here, that to go. So it's probably going to take half that. I don't know. This is one piece here and it's getting kind of dull. But anyway, you can see all the hail dents. Some pretty good sized ones. There. It's just hammered. I'm gonna have to pretty much skim the whole thing. Right there. Anyway, I don't know. I'll do scraped off the tape. Yeah, I'll probably do this fender. This Bondo, it's not, oh, it's dry now. This side's got the sun on it. It's only like 58 degrees, but it's nice and sunny. Be sanding that down and putting another coat on there. See, this one here is a lot worse for the rust. That's why you got to strip it down to the metal. All this rust is right into the metal. So you gotta sand her all down. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, mixed up some body filler and got some of the hail dents there. Skimmed all this. Wait for that to dry and sand it. And I'll continue stripping this fender. Try to get all this fender done and then in primer by the end of the day, but a little skim on that. Okay, if you've been following along on the truck, what was making that noise was the front, or the catalytic converter shield goes on top. It was hitting the front of the drive shaft yoke. I just now jacked it up and put it in drive, and sure enough, it was banging around making a hell of a noise. So a few taps with a hammer got that away from it. So that's what the noise was. Next video on this, we'll take it for another test drive, but pretty sure that's all it was. Okay, it must have, I don't know how it got bent. Well, unless it was bent. It didn't really look bent, but anyway, it's out of the way. Okay, these just came in the mail. I showed you these little cheesy cheesy hooks. It ain't worth a damn, I don't think. So I ordered these. These were about 20 bucks for 4, and this will be a lot better. So I gotta drill a hole, shit, enough to get this in there. Let me just, basically got to get a hole that big in there. Okay, so I guess I'll just do 4. You know, if they were cheap enough, I'd like to get a bunch of them, but I think I'm gonna put them in, if they're not too long. They may be too long for the top. Probably have to put them down here. I don't know how much I can cut off the end. I could probably cut an inch or so off. Anyway, probably put them down here somewhere. 4 corners. Because, like I said, I'm going to keep this. So, in case I got to haul anything, doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's heavy. If it's too light, the wind will blow it out. So, whatever is in there is going to be strapped down a little bit anyway. So I think, yeah, just 1 in each corner. And I'm going to put them on right now while I'm waiting for this Bondo to dry. So I'll be back and show you that. Okay, guys. It's quite the job. Went through 2 hole saws. This is pretty thick metal here. And then I had a big Christmas tree wallower outer thing there. And anyway, and these, I got 4 new straps because I went to Harbor Freight. Well, that was a little while ago. Bought something, and then cashier points to the table and says, oh, you have your choice of them, since you're, well, they don't have cards no more. Used to be able to get the whatever it is, the card, pay so much, 20 bucks a year or something, get a big discount on a lot of stuff. They just go by phone number now. So they had a set of 4 ratchet straps and, I don't know, sockets or something. So I just took the ratchets. So anyway, they'll stay in the back of this, and yeah, be good to tie down something. Okay, we'll be back on this one here in a minute. Okay, guys, got the body work done on just that lower fender and then this whole fender here. I said she pretty much had to be skimmed because it was just hammered with hail. So anyway, I'm fixing to prime it. Okay, I've been sanded down the spoiler here. I put a little bit of putty on the heavier marks. I'll probably put a little bit more after I prime it. But I'm not going to go overboard on probably all this stuff here, because it'll just get rock chips on it anyway, but I don't like putting a lot of putty on plastic. There's a big gouge right there. Let me see. Got these two back pieces around the back window. Had a ding right there. And then these mirrors, I stripped them. Hail dent there, hail dent there. So I got them sanded down, ready to prime. So I'm going to prime them. These are sanded down. I don't think I'm going to prime them. Wait for the white paint. I'm going to prime them, let them sit for a day or two, then sand them down and paint them all white. So if I'm going to mix up some white paint anyway for these. So I might as well do all the little loose stuff that I got laying around. Of course, this will go gold, but I'll probably wait on that. And I haven't done anything to this back piece. Goes below the tailgate. It needs it needs an L shape. Some brackets or something on there, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, so I'm going to mix up a little primer and prime this up, and I'll be back. Okay, guys. Got it in primer, except for this bottom. This bottom, there's actually a couple of dents still there I didn't get to. I almost got all of one panel, so we still got 1, 2, tailgate 3, 4, 5, 6, hood 7, roof 8. 8 more panels to go, something like that. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, guys. Okay, well, I'm gonna end this video on that. I got actually quite a bit done. And I wanted, you know, if I had more time, it's just gotten cold out. So I only have about 4 hours during the day there to work on it. And then I had to run around, do some errands. But yeah, I would like to get these painted white. Those aren't necessary, but I'd like to get these painted and put on and stuff, but because I want to get this situated, I got to put the bumper on first and then them, and then paint the gold at the bottom of the fender. But then again, it goes all the way around here too, so probably best to wait and paint everything gold at once. So anyway, we got started. We got a good start going. Okay, the hood scoop is supposed to be in today. It might be at my gate, but usually they come in about 6 o'clock, FedEx, UPS. So I think the next video, which will be starting tomorrow morning, will be on the hood scoop on this car here, which will be just like this hood scoop. So I'm going to go over, I guess I'm going to mold it in for you guys. It don't make too much difference to me. I'll go over why I prefer just riveted on there and what the difference is between molding it and riveting on there. But yeah, we'll mold it on there. I went to Walmart there this morning and got some more resin, and I got plenty of cloth. So yeah, we're gonna, and rivets. I went to Lowe's and got rivets, so we're gonna rivet it on there, then put the cloth and mold it on there and cut out the bottom of the steel hood and all that stuff. So stay tuned for next video, and we'll get rolling on that, and probably fix, once it's all molded on there, probably just have to fix the hail that's on these two edges here. So we can do that, and we'll get that panel out of the way for next video. But it'll be quite a job. It'll take a few days off and on of getting that all situated, letting it dry, sanding it, more resin, letting it dry, prime it, and all that. You know, that's what takes the time. This Bondo wasn't drying very fast. I'm used to Bondo drying in about 5 minutes, and it's taking longer in this chilly weather. It's not too bad out when the sun's out, but anyway, yeah, I guess that's it then, guys. It's rolling along. It's getting there. We still got, other than Bondo work, dents and stuff, we got to do this door pins on here. We'll do that afterward, after this hood scoop. I told you I got that dent puller thing there. I'm going to show you how that works, how great it is. We'll get to fixing using that tool pretty soon. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Bottom right hand corner, just hit the subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost anything. Like, comment, share. It's supposed to help out the algorithms and all that stuff. So I guess that's it. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you all next video.